Hello and how's it going, everybody? It is Skullzi here with the latest gaming news, rumors, and speculation. It's a great week to be a Bethesda fan because on top of the new leaked Starfield images that were just posted over the last couple of days, we just got a brand new, short but sweet official trailer for the game as well. Straight from the most official Bethesda source of all, Bethesda. This new Starfield update came out of nowhere and was even accidentally the stairs by IGN and was posted earlier than it should have been. Word is Todd is already performing the Black Sacrament. Either way, let's not waste any more time and get straight into today's content. This new mini-trailer was posted on April 5th, a few hours before I uploaded this video, and it's all about our boy Vasco, giving us a bit of information about Vasco himself, his capabilities as an in-game companion, and even some more surprising hidden bits of information that I'll point out here shortly. Before we break this video down though, I'll go ahead and I'll play it in its entirety here real quick for those who haven't seen it yet since it's only a minute long. If you have seen it already though, you can just skip ahead a minute or you can level up that patience skill. Here is the video.
Hi, I'm Istvan Paley, lead artist on Starfield at Bethesda Game Studios. We're excited to introduce you to one of our favorite companions in the game.
Hello.
Constellation's very own expeditionary robot, Vasco. As an early model built by Lunar Robotics, Vasco was refurbished to meet the requirements of Constellation's mission. He's a utilitarian, heavy industrial machine well suited to the rigors of space travel. Vasco's design is based on a standard Type A bipedal chassis, capable of traversing rough terrain with all the survival gear and payload capacity needed for extended overland journeys. Vasco does have defensive capabilities, should the need arise, but his primary role is peaceful. He wears the white and red livery of Constellation, though many years in the field have worn the paint and dented a few panels.
How can I be of assistance?
But he's still the reliable companion that an intrepid explorer like yourself can depend on.
The video begins with Istvan Paley, lead artist of Starfield, introducing himself as Istvan Paley, lead artist of Starfield. We can see numerous awards behind him that he won for his various introductions as Istvan Paley, complete with high fantasy, world technology such as windows and sunlight. Next, we are introduced to Vasco. One interesting thing that I want to point out here real quick is Istvan says that Vasco is one of Bethesda's favorite companions in the game. Not just one of Bethesda's favorite companions of all time, but specifically one of the companions within Starfield. This further confirms that there will indeed be multiple companions in the game, which was a safe bet to make anyway in my opinion, as we've had multiple companions in Bethesda Game Studios games for quite a while now. Vasco is introduced as Constellation's very own expeditionary robot, and he gives us a cute little hello.
Hello.
I love him already. One thing that stands out to me though is again the wording used here. We know who Constellation is, the faction in game that focuses on exploring space and solving the great mysteries of mankind. However, Vasco is said to be their very own robot. So does that mean there are multiple versions of Vasco similar to Codsworth in the Fallout series, or perhaps is Vasco literally the only functioning robot within the Constellation faction? If that is the case, then Constellation may be on its last legs in terms of its capabilities and assets, meaning we, as the player, could actually play a direct role in increasing the respect and prominence of Constellation itself, growing it to be a major scientific or perhaps even military powerhouse, depending on our own player choices. We then get introduced to a new company, Lunar Robotics, who built Vasco as an early model. Another interesting thing I want to point out here real quick is Vasco was refurbished, meaning originally he could have been potentially used for something else by somebody else, which sounds kind of wrong when you think about it that way, but the point is he was then refurbished and adjusted to better serve the needs for Constellation specifically. Judging by the two different versions of Vasco we can see in the trailer here, I believe Vasco served a more combat-oriented role before he was bought by Constellation and then refurbished. We can see Vasco looks like something straight from Mech Warrior here, with multiple guns as well as a shoulder-mounted rocket Doom Man launcher, and the new Constellation version looks tamer and more focused on scientific and exploration adventures. Of course, we could be looking at two completely different versions of the same robot, with the Mech Warrior style robot being a newer and more updated version of the Vasco chassis, which means maybe, just maybe, we can upgrade our very own Vasco in-game as well. Vasco is then stated to be a utility-focused, heavy industrial machine, well suited to the dangers of space travel and planetary surface journeys. This makes sense as we can see the upgraded version of Vasco having various flashlights and stuff on its chassis, which is definitely useful for exploring caves or dark areas, as flashlights usually are. Also, Vasco can repair our ship, so if we don't want a mechanics-focused character, if that even is a thing, we wouldn't need to worry about that, as Vasco the Toolman Taylor will have our back and handle necessary repairs and maintenance, while you and your crew take Aurora Spacefish and just kinda chill out and watch the sunset while doing nothing. Next up, we are told Vasco is based on a standard Type A chassis, again making me wonder if we can upgrade our old boy here to Type B and so on. My guess would be a higher level chassis would of course allow better and more powerful upgrades and modifications and more of them, and Vasco is also fitted with all the gear you would need for long overland journeys on an alien world. We can see he has gear to carry our stuff, so Vasco is too sworn to carry our burdens, and he also has feet that look like they can change shape and size to better accommodate traveling in different types of terrain, similar to like snowshoes for example. And another interesting thing I want to point out is the climbing gear here. This definitely looks like climbing pickaxes that people use while traversing steep surfaces, which is what climbing is, and that makes me wonder if perhaps this will actually be a mechanic in game, or maybe this climbing gear just kind of serves as attention to detail and is actually not focused on a gameplay mechanic. Vasco not only do work, but Vasco protect. He has defensive capabilities should the need arise, as shown by his adjustable arm labeled Danger that turns into some sort of firearm, and he also seems to have high-functioning optic capabilities, likely including scanning software, thermal optics, and more. Vasco's primary role is a peaceful one though, as stated in the video. Vasco has white and red design as they are the colors of Constellation, but he has noticeable wear and tear, again making me wonder if we can upgrade and improve Vasco as well as giving him a new paint job. We saw a customizable power armor in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, so this is very likely in my opinion.
How can I be of assistance?
You can get me the game early, Vasco. That's how you can help. And with that, Vasco is said to be the companion we can always rely on, and the video comes to a close. Like I said, for a video that is only like 75 seconds long, there is a lot of information here, and I totally wasn't expecting another Starfield update so soon. I've always said we definitely see a lot more Starfield marketing since it's Bethesda's first new IP in over 20 years, but to be honest, they're stepping it up a bit more than I thought. But they aren't going the route of Cyberpunk, and are carefully giving us bits and pieces of information to keep us hyped, leading up until a huge summer gameplay showcase this year. And as always, you should know what I'm about to say here. The hype is assuming direct control. That is everything I wanted to talk about today though. Let me know what you think about Vasco down in the comments below. Thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Be sure to subscribe to help grow the community and the channel, and huge shout out to the following amazing people for going above and beyond to support the channel and the community. Get your name added to this permanent feature video shout out list by supporting the channel here on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, as well as a link for Skullzi merchandise and the Skullzi Discord server. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when I am kinda worried what some of the first Vasco mods are going to be.
It just works.